a form of relations that didn't end in war, including with the Soviet Union and a Cold War, which is called war, but which actually was a metaphor. I count that as a case of success in the sense that we never ended up as two great nations destroying each other.
Yeah, okay. Thiên凯.
Well, Steve, let me try. First of all, we take note of all the statements, comments covered by the media. I mean, statements and comments from the Biden team that are reported in the media. I guess at appropriate time and at appropriate level, some communication and policy coordination would have to be done. But before January the 20th, we're still fully prepared to work with the current administration. We still have a little bit of time. And as Chairman Mao wrote in his poem, we should seize the day, seize the hour. I always believe it's never too late to do the right thing. Now let me come back to the word values. I think that the word values in the English language is a very interesting, even puzzling one. It has some conceptual and abstract sense, but it could also mean something very concrete, very real, and very material. So sometimes things are done by some people in the name of the abstract values, but in fact, they are trying to advance their material values. I don't know whether my understanding of the word is correct or not, but very often people talk about so-called universal values. But frankly, if these values are just derived from any particular civilization without taking into account the values of other civilizations, I don't think that they are, or they could be called universal. And even so, in today's connected world, in a much globalized world today, there are common values, values held by people all over the world. And I want to bring your attention to the comments made by President Xi during his address to the General Assembly of the United Nations this year. He said we should be guided by the values held by people all over the world, such as peace, development, equity, justice, democracy, and freedom. So there are still good values. I think that these values could be called universal values, and they are enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations. So if somebody wants to base a foreign policy on these values, we have no problem. We are ready to work with them.